Hello, didn't know you was watching. Right, it's Thursday morning, Thursday the 27th of March. I'm all over the place this year, innit? And it's just gone 7 o'clock and I'm off to look at some more work. I've got some plastering to look at, and then round the corner from that I've got some fencing to look at. It's something I like to try and do in the summer. I find it a bit harder as I get older. But if I can get outside in the good weather, I'll always prefer that to be inside. So during the summer I do take on a bit of fencing work. That's why I called the channel Plaster, Paint and More, because I never know what the more is going to be. I'm always plastering, I'm always painting, but the more could be anything. Could be putting a shed up for someone, could be putting some skirting on, doors, door frames, fencing. All sorts really. I used to work in maintenance years ago, and I just used to do a little bit of everything for a firm. I was always a plasterer, that was my main thing. But and then I went on a firm when I was younger, 2 firms actually, and I was on there as a multi-trade because I was quite handy. So and I do like a challenge, and so I'd always try something new. And yeah, roofing. I used to do roofing when I was younger. I learnt plastering, then there was a recession, and then I ended up bouncing on to do roofing. So I did felt roofing for about 2.5 years, I think. Started off as a labourer, just bucketing the gear up like you do. And then gradually picked up laying the felt on with it, with a hot bitumen and the mop, and then we went on to torch on stuff. So I've done fair amount of stuff over the years. So yeah, hence that's why plaster, paint and more, because more could be literally anything, whatever I feel like doing. It won't be electrics, and I doubt very much it'll be plumbing, because I've got nothing to teach anyone on plumbing. So that's what I'm doing today. So yeah, but looking at a plastering job, looking at a fencing job, and I think that's it for today really. It's one of them days again, it's a little bit hit and miss with things. The job I looked at yesterday, which was all them brick built like media things, all the shelving, the fellas give me a go ahead for that, so I'll be on there tomorrow, so I'll try and film some of that. But for now, coffee this morning, I've had a tea already, so yeah, off I go to look at some work, and I may or may not catch up with you later, depends if I've got anything else to say really. Right, I got back from them jobs and I didn't want to sit about and do nothing all day, so I've got a little project to do in the garden, which I've done, videoed it, edited it down. It's just creating a little storage area at the back of my sheds, just so my cement mixer can sit in there, and wheelbarrows, because they've been getting wet. I stick a tarpaulin over it, but it always looks terrible. So I just made something out of a couple of pallets. I've got to put a roof on it when I get a sheet applied, so I just filmed that just for some content, so have a watch. So here we are, that's at the back of the sheds. There's a little bit of sort of no man's land at the back of the garden, just where I keep all this whole crap really. But it doesn't look great really, and just thought I'd tidy it up. So I had a little project in mind. I'd got hold of a couple of pallets, and I thought I'd sort of put a couple of sides on it and a little roof just to cover this area up. I'm sort of pointing at where they're all going to go. So I sort of just shut up and let the video get on with itself really. So there it is. I've just put a timber brace across the top there just to strengthen it until I get a proper bit. And then I shall put a bit of ply across the top and a bit of felt with a little overhang. And that should keep it all nice and dry then and should make it look a bit tidy.